Welcome to this week's Bushel Up. We're going to go with the good, the bad, the ugly edition this week. We're going to start with the ugly. Pretty rough weather over the weekend through southern locations, kind of south central Nebraska. Very, very high winds caused a lot of property damage, a lot of trees, pivots, bends, buildings. So our hearts go out to you. We'll be thinking about you. I took a little crop tour through that area yesterday, looking at some fields, just kind of assessing some of the crop damage. What we see is obviously some green snap. Not much we can do there other than dial the adjuster up again. That's kind of an area where a lot of adjusters have been out. You get to repeat. But as far as stripped up crops, and sometimes the question comes, should I put a fungicide on? Again, we need plenty of green tissue for those fungicides to work. So if you're really stripped up, probably not your best spend of money. If you do have some green tissue out there and a disease present, we're worried about continuing to protect that green tissue and feeding that ear. We're not so much worried about disease attacking injured plants as we are just keeping what we have, so we keep that factory. And that's an area that we've seen some pretty heavy southern rust, tar spot pressure. So if you haven't put a fungicide on, there's still time. If you have, your plant should still be protected if you've used a good quality fungicide, so that's a positive. For the bad, we continue to have these humid, muggy mornings, a lot of dew, a lot of fog advisories out again this morning. We're continuing to brew this disease. I know, sometimes it feels like it hasn't progressed much, but we have that latency period of 14 to 28 days, depending on if we're talking southern rust to tar spot. And again, we've seen that first round blow up. Expect to see the second round. So continue to scout your fields. Watch that disease pressure, monitor. We talk about, is it too late to spray? I just ran some numbers. April 10th on the Nebraska border, Kansas border. We still have about 500 GDUs to go to maturity. So that's about 25 days to black layer. And then we're still concerned about keeping that plant, that stalk integrity through dry down. So we're talking anywhere from 30 to 40 days on the earliest planted corn. Kind of to our south, we're talking probably 45 days as we move north to maybe even 60 days if you're in that later planting window. So we still have plenty of time that we need to protect crops. Don't take your eye off the ball. I know everybody gets tired of a broken record, but we saw what happened in 2007. It came in late. We saw even what happened last year where it kind of lay dormant for a while and then blew up and got us at the end with the southern rust. So keep your eyes out. We saw a lot of tar spot blow up late last year too. Soybean fungicide application still going on. Again, same question. Is there a benefit? Don't have a lot of disease pressure. Your soybeans are at maximum pod fill. They're exerting maximum energy, which means they're using the most water that they will, and anything we can do to keep them going, that's really important. So minimizing stress on our soybeans as we fill those pods, keep every pod we can. Don't let any insects do any clipping. That's what we're focused on here at our fields. Hearing a lot of tip back stories. I'm seeing some. It's just kind of a luck of the draw, hybrid by we were concerned about the cloudy weather and just where we were at on that tip fill. We've seen a little bit here, kind of mixed bag. We have some great tip fill, but again, we have about 30 varieties out here, so we got a lot to look at. But you may find those spots, so be evaluating that. Just keep your eye out there for anything that might be a problematic. For the good, we're getting ready to fire off with Owner's Acres tours next week. We changed the game up a little bit this week. We're calling it the Common Sense Tour. Reach out to your location. We've got 4 weeks of open tours here that we're going to be looking at. We're going to customize topics to what you want to talk about. We've got a selection of key important issues, whether it be what we're seeing this year or a lot of concerns about what does 2026 look like and what are we going to do with input and commodity prices the way they're matching up right now. So reach out to your local location. We've got several tours already on the books, going to be kind of smaller groups. Again, we've had a couple out here already. They've gone really well where we're just able to dialogue and talk specifically about your operation and what you're looking at doing. Sometimes a big group, we can't do that. Oftentimes we can't do that. We have to hang around afterwards and chat to get that impact. So that's what we're doing. Looking forward to it. It can be a great time. hopefully it quits raining every other day, but we'll keep after it and adjust as necessary. So reach out, have a safe week, and we'll talk to you next week.